Hey guys, welcome back to Tactical Mills, where you usually see a lot of my competition shooting videos, as I do a lot of competitions and I do like to record them and put them on YouTube and kind of build like a competition shooting channel. But I'm kind of stepping outside of that a little bit and talking more about the guns, the gear, and what's going on with that. So I want to break right into it and talk about limited optics. Usually I'm an open shooter, and when they came out with limited optics about 4 or 5 months ago, I had a couple 2011s and I really wanted to try this out because I started out my time in USPSA with carry optics. So this is a very similar gun in limited optics. Differences where now we're having single action, we're getting magwells, thumb rests, and probably my favorite part is the holsters. We're able to switch up to like the speed holsters and stuff like that. So I was very excited about that. I was excited to get to use a 2011 single action gun in USPSA without having to be open minor when I usually, shoot open major. Big points difference there. And so to kind of go over and summarize here is I do have my two 2011 or 1911 DS Prodigies. One of them is my backup for limited optics, and the other one is my primary for limited optics. And the primary is my 5-inch. I love this gun. I have about 12,000 rounds to this. I do have the Atlas thumb rest, the Atlas flat X trigger. I do have a Dawson Precision magwell. I do like it. I blended it in a little bit. This is, back when the Prodigy first got released, I bought this and had to add and fit all these parts in. Not too much work though. Other than that, this gun's smooth. Slide to fit finish on it was really good. I was contemplating on getting other types of guns before these, but then they got released. A friend of mine called me and was like, "Hey, check these out." And so I bought two of them. Bought the 5-inch and then the 4 1/4. The 4 1/4 is more like my basic gun. It doesn't have a thumb rest. It has the Holosun instead of the SRO. I still have a magwell on there from Terran Tactical. I do like these magwells pretty well. It's the minimalist magwell. Works really well. I've never really had any problems with it. Like I said, Atlas triggers are great. I'll probably put an Atlas thumb rest on this. I've talked about it, but never did it. So that's besides the point. We're going to talk about the bonuses about limited optics and why I think it's an absolute hoot to shoot. When I first got into limited optics, I was like, oh boy, I don't have any holsters for this. I got a bunch of holsters for my for my open gun, but I didn't really have any for my limited optics guns. I had a lot of concealed carry ones because I used to actually carry this one. It's a heavy boat to carry every once in a while, but it's a great winter carry. So I was looking at holsters and I didn't want to, dive in right away, because I'm an open guy. So I was like, yeah, maybe I'll test it out. I won't like it, so we'll just go cheap. So I started off with one of these Ruger or Hogue holsters, and this is a universal style holster. It does the job. It fits pretty much every gun you need to fit it. I do use this a lot now for just range practice with a lot of other guns, but it did work. I really wanted that speed holster for the limited optics, so I gave this a try, and for $40, so be it. Not a bad option. It does have a little lock right here, very easy to use. It's got magnets for some retention, but it doesn't have a lot of self-retention without the lock. So if you don't want to drop a gun while you're in a match, be that guy who gets disqualified, that's not fun. So you're gonna want to lock it, and if you're comfortable with it and you're not gonna drop the gun, which you never know, you're not gonna drop the gun, but you can leave it unlocked for your draw. And it's super easy if you want to do that quick draw. But it's not too bad. It's just like those duty holsters. It's very easy. Boom, and you're done. Very easy. Boom, and you're out. So if you can get used to that, practice a little bit of dry fire, dry drawing, practice like that. It's very simple. And the reason why I wanted this holster is because I do run the thumb rest. That's one of the luxuries that we get in limited optics. So I wanted to use it. This does allow for the thumb rest. Allows me to lock it, unlock it, and use it, and it works really well. But I still didn't feel comfortable, and I felt like my draws were slow with this holster. So I left this holster and I went back to the old ways. I bought a Black Scorpion you know, regular competition holster, which I love Black Scorpion gear. I have lots of Black Scorpion holsters. I use them on my Canik TP9 SFX for carry optics when I first started, and I used them for my SIG X5 Legion. I've never had a problem with them. They hold together really well. They last. You have your adjustable retention here, so that makes things a lot easier. You get the little paddle here to keep it away from your thigh, kind of push it out, so that's a little bit nice. But I couldn't run the thumb rest, and that was kind of annoying, you know, so I ran without a thumb rest for a little while, getting used to it, because I don't mind doing the scoop draw and stuff like that. That's nice, but I really wanted to have my thumb rest. And so I ditched this holster, and I finally found the holster I like. And there'll be more video on that, on all these holsters, essentially. I'll do more video on those. But this holster I bought, I had seen them before and just never got it. And it's the same company, Black Scorpion. And this holster actually surprised me. It's in really good quality. So this is the Black Scorpion 2011 speed holster. It's pretty good quality. I mean, this is all metal. Everything's metal. You know, nice screws. 2 strong magnets. Just those alone hold the gun in there really well. And then you have your little lock mechanism here. And, you know, like I said, it has the lock where you can slide it up when you draw. Or, you know, just leave it unlocked when you're going for the draw. And then lock it back up once you're done. This ended up being a really smooth holster. I was very impressed for the price. It was only $160. So I said, why not? I'm going to try this out. It's very much so a lot like my Gugu Rebus holster for my CZ Checkmate. So I was like, all right, I'm already used to this, so this should be nice. And like I said, it's going to clear my thumb rest. And so I was like, all right, let me try it out. So I got it, and this thing just grabs right onto the gun. Without locking it, it holds the gun in tight. That is really impressive. You grab the gun and you're out. Boom, you can put it back in, lock it, hold retention once you lock it really tight. It's very smooth, very easy. Sits in there with that thumb rest very nicely. So this ended up becoming the new holster for me, and I was super excited with how smooth it was. It's very much so a lot like my Gugu Rebus holster, and so I was like, all right, give it a try. I like it. I'm going to do a few more competitions with it, and do a few more adjustments if I need to. But for the most part, I think so far I got it. I'm enjoying it. So if you're ever looking for a speed holster for your 2011s and you really just don't want to dive in too deep with the financial side of it, this is a good inexpensive option. It's the Black Scorpion 2011 speed holster. It's all metal. The retention's amazing. These magnets are super strong. It comes with a tool to tighten it down to the belt. Has very nice screw qualities. So I mean, this is a pretty good holster for the price, and I definitely recommend it. And I even played around with it and see what other guns fit, and oddly enough, my CZ Checkmate fits in this, so that was kind of cool. Doesn't fit perfectly like my Gugu Rebus does, because that is, you know, you adjust to fit those. So that's a better fit, but I just tried it just for fun, you know, just in case I'm out in range practicing and I have both of those guns. I don't have to change my belt. I can just put it in this holster. So very nice. You know, take a look at the Black Scorpion gear and stuff like that. And like I said, if you're just not really wanting to get too deep into it, the Hogue, you know, universal speed holster isn't a bad option. You know, there's a couple adjustments that you're going to have to make to run these guns or other guns, you know, or modifications, but it does have some versatility. There is different ways and cants that you can set it up, and like I said, it is universal. It fits every type of gun. I've put a lot of guns through this just to try it out. So they're good options, and, you know, or you just stick it to old school and get the Black Scorpion, you know, regular speed race holster. But other than that, I just kind of wanted to go over those with you. You know, Limited Optics has been out. A lot of people have been, you know, testing out holsters that they like and stuff like that. For me, it should have been a no-brainer as an open shooter. Just go full-blown race holster. But, you know, I didn't want to spend the coin $200-300 on a race holster unless I was going to actually stick to Division a little bit. Turns out I am going to stick to Division a little bit and see how it goes. And so I went and spent a little bit of more coin and got the Black Scorpion 2011 speed holster. So if you guys have any questions, I do my best to answer all the comments, and you know, I do appreciate all those who comment in there. I do like the insight and stuff like that. So if you have any questions or you want other videos, I do have plans for a concealed carry type video on some concealed carry guns, pocket pistols, stuff like that, and then more of instructional videos with, you know, holster draws, reloading, drills, and things like that. So thank you guys for coming again. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.